Landria Anka, founder of DigitalExplorers.net here. Are you addicted to failure? What? No. Failure? Who wants to fail? Nobody wants to fail. However, program, just like everything here on this planet that's programming us, may put you in comfort with failure. In other words, if you haven't learned how to be successful and what it takes to achieve success, you might think that it's supposed to come easily, or you've been told, especially online, that you can go get money quick, or you don't have to put work in, or these programs don't work because I have to learn what? And then you don't know what it's like to be a successful person. So you actually get more comfortable with failure. Now I'm going to share a very personal story with you right now. My mother came from a very emotionally abusive home. Her father had one of those, up, yay, and then crazy at the next minute. And so she was in a home where she didn't really feel very loved. She never knew stability emotionally like she gave my brother and I. My parents created a loving home. However, she wanted that for us, but she would pick on my dad once in a while. Now, we didn't get to see this. It was quite private. But my mother would create problems. And my dad, he's going along with everything. And finally, two of them realized, wait a minute, there's no substance to whatever it is she's bringing up that's supposedly a problem. And this was a pattern. So my mother went and saw a psychiatrist. And he told her, this is learned behavior. Nothing more. You don't want to argue or have a failed marriage or have instability there, but it's what you know. You're programmed and you don't know anything else, so you are comfortable with the chaos. You're comfortable with the unstable emotional home. And so she came home realizing that for the rest of her life, she was going to have to really be totally aware that she was doing it and stop it. And that wasn't easy. Now, I remember when I got a little older, and she just went for a little period of time, but I remember when I got older, my mom said, do you remember when your dad used to take you guys to the park and lunch and, I'd be at the doctor's? I said, yeah. And she shared that information with me, and she said that the doctor said we gravitate toward what we know, even if it's not good for us. It's programming. There's a comfort level in that which we know, that's familiar. Even children who have been abused, physically abused, little babies, will scream and cry to go to the abusive parent over the one that treats them well. Yeah, that's how humans get conditioned. This is why conditioning and programming is so powerful. And you have to be very careful with your media and all the things that you're watching and doing that tell you that this is the greatest thing, or that it's normal to pop a pill for everything that bothers you. And we're conditioned, especially here in the United States, we're so exposed to all that unhealthiness. And business is no different, because people benefit in business by programming you to believe that there is some big fix, this quick fix, great false promises that develop their brand and make their bank account full. They really don't care about you so much, and I'm not saying that's everyone. Of course, there's great programs out there. But you must ask yourself, what are those promises and what you're believing when you come in? And is there programming in you to fail, to quit, to blame the outside world, and to not learn the new programming of success? And I have to tell you, success does not come easy to anyone. Have you ever heard a story where it did? Oh, sure, Marilyn Monroe, she got discovered in an ice cream shop, but look at her life. Sometimes we're not prepared for that, like actors and other people who completely go off the deep end, and we're saying, why? They had everything. Did they? They wished for everything, but when they got it and realized what it took, it was a different picture. It doesn't have to be painful for you to have your own business, to be successful, but you have to program yourself and understand what it's going to take, and ask yourself, first of all, am I willing to do that? Maybe you want to believe the dream and you're going to continue to blame everybody else for your programmed failure. Or you can learn something new and find out what successful people go through the ones that'll tell you what it takes. I never want anybody to come into my training program believing that I'm just going to hand everything to them, and if they just follow the steps, it's just going to pop money in their bank account. There's a mutual exchange between the mentor, the trainer, and the student who is learning how to be that successful entrepreneur. And that's what I want to give my students. So as you know, digitalexplorers.net is launched now, and I take away all the things that are painful. I take away as many things that are painful in a business that cause people to quit, and I replace it with things that are fun. Passion, purpose, positive impact, and then we go for profits. But it doesn't mean you're not going to have to do the work or experience doubt, because if you've been conditioned that way and you haven't achieved success, you will go heavily into doubt because you're going to go back into the failure programming. Yeah, you're going to tell yourself, I can't do this, and sure enough, you're going to quit, and you're going to keep quitting and quitting and quitting, and it'll never be you. Or maybe deep down you know it's you, but you just don't want to bother to be that success. It's not an easy step to make. It's very scary. That's why I wrote a book called Breakthrough Fear. Our entire life is built on fear, fear of everything. So if you're ready to step outside of that comfort in failure, you can learn new tricks. It comes along with understanding that your mind will continue to go back to that comfort level, and all you have to do is say, no, I refuse to do that. There is a way. I can do this. If that person did it, I can do it, because you are equal to all others. We all have our own skills and talents, and anyone can learn how to create an online business, and trying to be like everybody else that you think is going to give you success is not the answer. Go down that pathway that's going to open up the doors for you, and you're going to know, this is it for me. This is what I have to do. And so when you're up against the challenges, it won't be so difficult, because the rewards and that feeling of passion, purpose, positive impact is going to override this. And you're going to know, there it goes again, the chatter in the head. No one should live in the conditioning of failure. There's really no such thing. Failure for a successful person is just a learning curve. If you know that, you'll continue until you achieve your goals. I know you can do it. I'll see you in the next video.